Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be sharing my full review of the Revalto V11, which I've been using for the past couple of weeks. I've put it through its paces in different environments and tasks, and there's a lot to talk about. Some impressive strengths, and a few quirks you should know about if you're thinking about picking one up. So, let's start with the design. Out of the box, the Revalto V11 has a solid feel. It's got that clean, industrial look that feels modern without trying too hard. It's definitely not the flashiest device out there, but I like that it's subtle. The build quality feels premium, especially considering the price point. The materials used don't feel cheap or flimsy, and the buttons and ports are all well placed and responsive. Now, in terms of performance, this is where the V11 really surprised me. It's powered by a mid-tier chipset, but it handles multitasking better than I expected. Opening apps is snappy. There's minimal lag when switching between tasks, and even gaming was surprisingly smooth for a device in this range. I tested it with a few graphically demanding games, and while it's obviously not on par with flagship devices, the frame rate stayed stable enough for a good experience. Battery life is another strong point. I got a consistent full day of moderate to heavy use, sometimes stretching into a day and a half with lighter usage. The standby time is excellent too, which means you're not waking up to find your battery drained overnight. It also supports fast charging, and from my testing, it went from 0 to about 70% in just under 45 minutes, which is pretty solid. Now let's talk about the display. The V11 sports a 6.5-inch Full HD Plus panel. The colors are punchy, the contrast is decent, and the brightness levels are good enough for outdoor use unless you're in direct sunlight. It's not AMOLED, so you're not getting deep blacks or the hub. Insane color saturation, but for this price bracket, the screen does a respectable job. Watching videos, scrolling through social media, even reading, everything looks sharp and vibrant enough for everyday use. On the software side, the Revalto V11 comes with a custom UI layered on top of Android. It's relatively clean, not a ton of bloatware, which I really appreciate. The interface is easy to navigate, and I didn't experience any crashes or bugs during my testing. There are a few pre-installed apps you might want to uninstall, but nothing too invasive. And as of now, it's running Android 13, with a promised update to 14 sometime next year, which is a nice touch. The camera setup on the V11 is what I'd call functional. You've got a main 64 megapixel sensor, an ultra-wide, and a macro lens. The main camera takes decent photos in good lighting. Plenty of detail, solid dynamic range, and the colors are fairly natural, although it sometimes leans a bit cool. Low light performance is a mixed bag. You get usable shots with night mode on, but there's definitely